the girl a-running in a group. She had a high-speed motor in a 40 Ford coupe. She had a racing cam and a supercharged. Look at Buddy, hot rod at large. She's a hot rod. She's a hot rod. She's my hot rod.
FCA, Chrysler, whoever, Fiat Chrysler Associate, whatever. It's not your father's Chrysler Corporation anymore. It's FCA Chrysler. Beginning October 2nd in Windsor, Canada, they're going to shut down their plant. Why? Because as usual, FCA Chrysler, the gang that Sergio Leone bought or whatever his name is, they're not proactive. They didn't take care of business beforehand. We're going to interrupt this and talk to somebody on the car phone here. Hey, you're on with the car guy. What's up?
Sure, yeah, nothing.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, George.
Yeah.
Hey, Vincent Scott calling from Stuttgart. How are you?
Hey, Scott. Oh, my God. Stuttgart, Germany. How cool is that? Who loves you, baby?
I was just watching. I'm good, man. I was just watching your ugly mug on YouTube.
Hey, how did your family make out in the hurricane? Everybody okay?
We did. They evacuated. We own a house up at Fort Braggsville, so they bugged out and went up there for a few days. Came back. Turned out Irma was a big wimp. Not much punch behind her. I live on an island, so it was the storm surge that we were worried about. And we got a little flooding, but nothing to stop the show.
What's going on?
Thanks for asking about it.
What's going on in Stuttgart, Germany, for God's sakes? What are you doing over there? I know you can't tell me, but what's happening?
Well, we had this big thing, Atlantic Resolve, that's been going on, and it's kind of a reassurance for our Eastern European allies. There's a lot going on, and we do exercises once a year, and this year involved most of the Eastern European countries. It's a big success. Just wrapping up now, and I'll be heading back home towards the beginning of October, back with the family.
Well, you got to get your butt back in the region and stop by and say hello, big boy.
Coming up for Christmas, man. I look forward to seeing you. I'm loading the family up January, and we're flying back over here. Family and I will live in Stuttgart, and unfortunately, I'm going to be running around Africa for the next 3 years.
Oh, geez. Gets hot down there. Behave yourself.
I heard it is. Going to need a lot of shots, and I'll need to bring some ice for the beer, I'm told.
Yes, you will, and stay hydrated. Remember, beer is good hydration, too.
Yeah, and anything that includes a lime.
Anything that includes a lime, absolutely. Man, Scotty, I'm so glad you called. It's so good to talk to you. I haven't talked to you in a couple years now.
Sorry, George. Well, it's the last time I was up, I think. I'll be in this Christmas. I think the family and I will be up there the first week of December to spend a couple of weeks before we fly over the pond again.
Well, beautiful. Let me take you guys to dinner, huh? Let me take them. I want to meet them big boys of yours.
Maybe we'll go to Freddy's. You keep talking good things about this place. I'm dying to go over there for a chunk of meat.
Yeah, you got those boys helping you restore an old Jeep or something, don't you?
Yeah, you know what? I was just listening to that. Man, I kind of wish I could go to that. I've got an 88 YJ that we rebuilt from the frame up. And now I've got that 82 K10 that Jeff Hoekstra put together for me while I was in Afghanistan last year. So we've got two projects going on at the same time. Jeep's almost complete. Truck is about 80%.
Cool. That's so cool. I look forward to seeing you in December, buddy. You make sure you come by. We'll go have some meat.
Yeah, that sounds great. My best to you and the family. Great talking to you, George.
Thanks, Scotty. Thanks for calling, buddy.
Hey.
You're the man.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow. That, my friends, is Scott Templeton from Lansing originally. Young man I've known for years. He's in the service, still in the service. And he's in Stuttgart, Germany. That's got to be the record, T. That's the farthest away anybody said they watched me on the television. My God, that was fun. The feds, your federal legislators have they pushed legislation through in a hurry to bar states from blocking making autonomous regulations or blocking the development of the autonomous vehicles. Well, there's only one thing wrong with that, and that's pretty much that's a blanket legislation. And what do the feds know about what's really important here? What has been studied on this? Where are the studies? No. None of these congressmen knew anything. They just knew that the auto lobby said, hey, here's some big money for your campaign. Let us pass this legislation real fast. Get this through so the states can't stop us from driving on their roads. That was the whole deal. Certain states were banning automobiles that were driving themselves from driving on their streets in anticipation of problems. And of course there's problems. It's not time for this yet. First of all, to have autonomous driving, everybody's got to be autonomous. Otherwise, the car has to figure out what the guy next to him is going to do. If the two computers are talking to each other, then they got it made. But if one's a computer that's driving and one's a person, try telling a CTA bus driver that he's got to let you in, because he won't. That's just how this works. Try telling that kid that's zipping in and out of traffic on the expressway, don't do that. They'll still do it. Why did you pass this legislation? I know why you passed this legislation. You got big campaign chests, and they just got fatter by billions of dollars. I'm telling you, that was a classic mistake. An absolute classic mistake. It can't stay that way. It can't be that way. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. We got to make this happen in such a way that it evolves correctly. I'm not against this driving. I'm not against electric cars and autonomous driving. It's the future. I can see it. I'm going to be repairing them. Well, I probably won't. It'll be after I'm gone. But here's the deal. You got to do this in a safe manner, because people will take advantage of anything to be first. Who wants to be the first? Who wants to be the first? Well, we're going to talk about that in a minute too, because the big run on trucks, the big thing on trucks, they all want to have the first electric truck and autonomous truck. And guess what? This is not going to work yet. Having that technology available and building on it and working it into the system and making things happen is good. Jumping in with both feet, and I mean jumping in with both feet with no brake or gas pedal to step on, is not good. Hey, you're on with the car guy.
George.
What's up?
Big George.
Yeah, man.
Leon Simon Lowell High School. We just got back from taking our students to the National Electric Car Week car show at the Northwest Indiana Planning Commission headquarters there in Portage.
Cool. How was it?
It was good. We found out that actually Cummins, right here in Indiana, is the first. They actually beat Daimler and Tesla to market with their electric semi. So Cummins, the big diesel company, is putting their money in EV technology.
Oh, absolutely. Cummins is the first semi. Daimler was the first stake bed, and Tesla's they're kind of behind everybody. And
we got to remember, Tesla is an all-American company, George, whereas Daimler is not. So we got to give them a little bit of support there.
And neither is Cummins, actually.
They're based here.
Yeah, but their investors are from overseas. But that's beside the point. You know what? This is all good. Electric is good. I just discussed this at length, Leon. What about?
I understand. It's a mixed bag, that's for sure. We got to keep our guys working with mechanical trade as well as advancing them in the new technologies as well.
Oh, absolutely. But these semis, if they're going to start throwing them out on the street or out on the highway, they've got to perform every bit as well as a diesel. Because right now, the people that are driving around them, otherwise it's going to clog our highways up. It's going to be terrible. You can't have a bunch of turbos
I agree.
out
I
there.
think you posted that article where John Deere had tried to do this for years with their ag equipment, and they couldn't get it figured out to even get the tractors and the combines to run autonomously because of the unpredictable farm terrain, let alone when you got a kid in a little zipper car going down 94, cutting through traffic.
Exactly. You know, and I'm going to tell you, Leon, I don't know that this technology it's going to be available. It's going to happen. I truly believe in my heart of hearts that this technology will happen, but it's not there yet. They don't, not like you said, the changing terrain, the potholes, they have no clue about that yet.
Right. A lot of unpredictability there.
And everybody's just trying to be the first. You know, well, what happens if you're the first one to stink? You know,
right.
I'm
all for trying. You got to try to make things better. We got to try to make the world a better, cleaner place. But I'm also with you on erring for the side of caution and safety as well.
Well, yeah, it's got to be for safety because you can't have half autonomous driving and half real driving. And you can't have half electric and half gas. Everybody's got to have the same kind of
And you got to
performance.
have guys that are prepared to work on these things. You just can't throw them out there. We need some additional support at the schools and the vocational colleges and getting these guys ready for this new technology as well.
That's what your buddy Tesla did. He built all these cars, didn't have any places for them to get fixed. Little by little now he's hiring mechanics that will actually come out to your house to fix your $100,000 Tesla.
Well, the $35,000 one is on its way. So there are some of those actually on the road now.
Well, yeah, but where's he going to get them fixed?
Well, there's a center in Schaumburg, and there's one in Indianapolis.
Okay. Well, that doesn't do me much good in Lansing.
Well, they will take it there and tow it for free. And if you had a Porsche or if you had a Lamborghini or one of those other cars, there are limited repair facilities for those as well.
I agree. They are too. Well, if you buy those kind of things, you got to learn. You got to understand that, right?
Yeah, but he is trying to dip down into the regular guy market, and I commend him for that. But I still agree with you. It's a niche market, and it's a higher-end thing. But, hey, at least they're out there trying to do something different and, make a better product for us.
Oh, and absolutely, Leon. And you keep educating our children because they need to get involved in this and they need to learn how to do this.
And let's make a plan to have you down to the school, George. We're building us a new shop, and I want you to check it out.
Oh, absolutely. I'll come down and give a talk anytime you want.
Excellent. We'll plan it.
Thanks, Leon. Congress, they need to help the major trucking companies by ultimately get the driving of autonomous vehicles and take their time and talk about the serious risks that are posed to American drivers. Well, they apparently didn't want to do that because they just passed all that legislation saying, let's go right ahead. They're worried about the Transportation Secretary, Elaine Chao. Elaine Chao has said that she's very concerned about the impact of self-driving semis on the highway. Come on. Just like you heard me talking with Leon Simon here a little while ago, just before the break. And he's a tech teacher. He's good at what he does. He's up on all the newest stuff. He keeps these kids going. But here's the deal. He agrees. The technology has got to get there first. Don't let the ambition outrun the technology. Okay? Just don't do that. And then it will be fine. Okay? While our country is blowing up the autonomous driving and the electric cars and all that, just trying to get everybody fiercely competitive, they're feeding the fire of competitiveness. The UK has issued tougher guidelines to protect connected cars from hackers. So they're putting laws on the books to try and make this a smart move instead of a dumb move. And the strange bedfellows of the month: Toyota, Honda, and Shell, all in the same bed here. Shell Oil building 7 hydrogen filling stations in Northern California. Hydrogen. Now, Honda and Shell have been together doing this for a while. Toyota's just jumping on the bandwagon, and they're all jumping into bed together, and they're going to make hydrogen. So if all this electric technology was so cut and dried, Mr. Leon Simon, I want to ask you this now, very coyly, and I know you have stock in something. You must have. But Toyota, Honda, and Shell, why are they building hydrogen stations in Northern California, the most populous state in the country? Why? I don't know if this electric thing is all cut in stone.